Hey guys, welcome back. As we head into the new year, I want to let you guys know what I think is going to go on in 2020. I want to give some of my potential thoughts on some. I think some of these will seem a little bit crazy to you and might not in retrospect, but this is going to be a really, really fun episode where I go through what I really believe is going to happen in 2025 in the marketing landscape, in the e-commerce landscape, in the social commerce landscape. You're not going to want to miss this one. I think it's pretty fair to say that times are tough for a lot of e-commerce businesses right now. With the holidays just a few months away, you're probably already stressing about how you're going to cover the upfront costs from suppliers and other expenses. I know I've had a lot of conversations with people like this lately, but thanks to today's episode sponsor, Revenued, you don't have to worry about having enough cash to keep your business running. Revenued is made for today's e-commerce business, making it super easy to access working capital whenever you need it. They offer a business card and a flex line with no APR. You just pay a fixed capital fee on the cash that you actually use. And if you need funding fast, there is no better option. Most businesses get approved within the hour and you'll have the money in your account within 24 hours. The best part, Revenue looks at your actual revenue. So if you've had credit issues before or want a spending limit that grows in real time with your business, it is the absolute perfect solution. Find out why over 10,000 business owners in the US rely on Revenued to keep things running smoothly. Visit revenued.com today. That's REVENUED.com today. Now, back to today's episode. Hey guys, back with another episode of Secrets to Scaling Your E-commerce Brand. This may just be the last episode of 2025. I'm not 100% sure yet where this is falling in the schedule, but I want to let you know what I think is going to happen in 2025. So saw a great post. Some of my favorite posts are these great list posts from Taylor Holiday, and it was his 25 predictions for e-commerce in 2025. And I wanted to add on to some of those. And so here's my contribution that is beyond where he thinks that things are going to look. And I really, truly think that some of this is really interesting to me. Before that, I want to tell you guys a quick story. I saw the Meta Ray-Bans on Instagram recently, and they were having a sale right around Black Friday. And I thought to myself, you know what? I think that this is a piece of tech that I need to check out with where I sit in social commerce. I really saw something interesting with this piece of tech. I think that anytime that you see companies building tech out like this and really investing in this sort of tech. And again, Meta Ray-Bans have been around for a while, but they're really starting to hit this year. And so I got them. Definitely the coolest piece of tech that I've ever gotten. I've had about 5 people reach out from a LinkedIn post that I did saying, hey, I bought those because you posted about how great they were. Hilarious. I should definitely be an affiliate for Meta when it comes to this. But I think that there's going to be some interesting things alongside of that. I think that Meta betting big on the Ray-Bans and going heavy on the Ray-Bans is a huge sign of things to come, of live shopping, of live streaming, of all of these things. So let me preface, I just wanted to preface today's episode by talking about that. And so let's first talk about live shopping. So I really do think that live shopping is going to become mainstream on Instagram and Meta as they roll out their affiliate portal. So I truly believe that Meta is going to be rolling out an affiliate portal at some point here in the future. YouTube is still having a hard time figuring out exactly how they're going to be rolling theirs out. I think that Meta is also doing that. They're having a hard time really deciphering where they want all of these transactions to live from what I can tell and the connections that I have over there. But I do think that live shopping is going to be a massive part of that. And I'll get a little bit more into that. I think that Meta Ray-Bans are going to push live shopping in physical retail. So think grocery store shopping lives. Think people wearing their Meta Ray-Bans. So I've been doing this. I've been going into shops and I just throw my camera on and I start talking. You can live stream from the Meta Ray-Bans, which is phenomenal. And so you could have an influencer or a content creator that goes into, a shoe store and is like, hey, check these things out. Oh, and let's just say that they're connected to them already through their Meta account. Well, they don't even need to own the product anymore. So now we need to do a lot less seeding. And so these influencers are able to spend an entire day in a mall live streaming what they're seeing, right? And it makes it so easy. You don't need a camera crew to go around. You have these Ray-Bans that are on, so you can live stream straight from the Ray-Bans. The battery life is phenomenal. The entire experience of it is phenomenal. It's by far the best piece of tech I have ever purchased. And I'm thinking about when I first got an iPhone. I understand, all of these things, but this piece of tech, there's something so elegant about it and so simple about it that really will allow incredible live streaming to happen all over and on all the different platforms. Now, because Meta is building this out, I find that very interesting because right now you can only live stream, and I'm sure somebody's going to figure out some sort of hack, but right now you can only live stream to Instagram and to Facebook. I'm sure that you can use some kind of like third-party connector to then live stream to other platforms. But I really truly believe that Meta is going to be upping their live shopping capabilities. So seeing what is going on now makes me really excited for the future of what live shopping looks like. If we look over to Asia, right? And people will say, well, we're not Asia. Well, generally we're only a few months behind that. Sorry, a few years behind that. And so this has been going on for a while. So this is really what I think. I think that AI live shopping is going to get some early adoption, which is really interesting. I've seen some really cool models. I've got a consulting client of mine that's building out AI live shopping agents, and it's very interesting to see how human-like they are, which is really, really scary. Social commerce, right? It's going to continue to drive significant share of revenue, and it's going to hit $100 billion in 2025. Obviously, Social Commerce Club, my agency, is going to be at the forefront of all of this. I have absolutely no doubt that things are going to get incredibly interesting when it comes to that. I think, now here's a really interesting thing. I think that the influencer payment shift is going to shift to a CPM model. That's an interesting one. I could probably do an entire episode on that, but the way that I see need working capital for your business now? Revenued has you covered with fast and flexible funding options. Whether you're looking for a business card you can apply for with no hard pulls or access to cash to cover expenses during slow months, Revenued makes the process hassle-free. Most businesses get approved within the hour and see funds in their account within a day. Your application is assessed based entirely on your revenue, meaning your past credit has zero impact on, and your spending limit will increase as you grow. Don't let cash flow issues hold you back. Visit revenued.com today and see how your business could thrive. That's Revenued, REVENUED.com today and see how your business could thrive. And tell them Jordan sent you. Product seeding. I think product seeding is broken, right? And actually a buddy of mine, and actually he's a consulting client of mine as well, over at Refunnel, Atif, has built something out which I think is really, really interesting. And you're able to pay based on CPMs when you seed a product. And so I think that this gets down to the fact that there's two different kinds of creators, right? There's influencers, right, who are really good at reaching their audience and really good at staying connected to their audience. And then there's these creator seller types, right? And I should come up with some sort of name that is specifically a Jordan name for these people because I know them so well, but I call them like the MLM moms, right? They are the ones who just know how to sell stuff online really well. And so seeding just to them without social commerce like TikTok Shop or any of the other ways that we can buy straight on there isn't the play in my mind. The play is to seed to a sort of hybrid, this hybrid that really knows how to get a video out there that's placing a product in the video, right? And so the CPM hybrid model is really interesting because you then pay and there's arbitrage on the CPMs. Like recently I was looking at a consulting client of mine and I was looking at their CPMs in North America or in the US specifically. It was $44 and I was thinking, my gosh, there's such an arbitrage opportunity right now for influencers to even be at like a $5 CPM, right? And so you can arbitrage this out, which I think is really, really interesting. Another hot take here is, and who knows, but I saw Taylor post something about screen time is just going to continue to go up with self-driving cars. Well, I think that Tesla rolling out a really powerful ad network that's installed in all of its vehicles and will work in self-driving cars will be a very interesting move on Tesla's part. So I think that there's something interesting there. Oh, here's another fun one. TikTok survives. And it's and guys, if you want to know why I think that TikTok is going to survive, listen to my last episode on some of the different signals that Trump has given when it comes to TikTok. So I think that TikTok survives, and I think that it's going to be divested to Walmart. And I think that Walmart is going to become the big player alongside of Amazon because of TikTok. They're going to buy TikTok, and you heard it here first, folks. And they're going to keep the algorithm. They're going to somehow be able to keep the algorithm. I don't know how, but that is what I'm thinking. Here's another one. Live AI agents are on the majority of high AOV websites, and they help the sales process. So go check out Get It AI. Alan Densler was on this podcast ages ago, and it was a really interesting conversation. Get It AI creates these just like lifelike avatars that are on a website answering questions. You have to go see it. Here's another one. Percentage of ad spend as a pricing model for agencies just goes completely away. I mean, that's one of those things that I think just never made sense in my mind. So that is what I think. Oh, and sorry, one more for you guys here. Social Commerce Club, 10X is next year. I mean, 10X is probably it's probably going to be quite a bit more than that. But that is what I see going on in 2025. I'd love to know what you guys think. And if this episode is fun, feel free to share it with a friend. I just want to say thanks everyone for leaving all of the reviews that you guys have left. It's actually phenomenal. I'm going to go over to Spotify right now. And I just want to say, my hope was to have 100 reviews by the end of the year. And here's the crazy thing. Check this out. We right now are at, how many reviews are we at on here? We are at, oh my gosh, we're at 330 reviews. So tons of you guys are listening to this. I appreciate it so much. And it just means a lot to me that you guys trust me with your ears and with the information that I'm giving. And I want to make sure that I am continuing to maintain and build the trust with you guys. And so I'm just trying to bring you guys the goods. I will let you know anytime anything is sponsored. We do have sponsors every once in a while, and I will let you guys know when anything is sponsored. Until next year, if this is the last episode, I hope you guys have a great 2025, and I'll be back and better than ever. Bye, guys.